What's going on, everybody? Check it out. We are riding around on the FZ6R. I have my new stainless steel braided brake lines installed on the bike from Venhill USA. Check out the gold forks, guys. But yeah, there's the lines. I've got it hooked into like the R6 front brake master cylinder. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'll show you. I lost a little bit of footage, but let me see if I can recover that footage. I'll put a little video together, kind of showing you how all this assembly process went together. And damn, guys, what is going on with gas? $1.74 a liter for Shell 91 V-Power. And bronze, $1.44.9 for regular. What is going on with gas prices? Wow, crazy. Welcome back, everybody, to Ride the 6 Motorcycle channel. We're still doing a little bit of work on the FZ6R/R6 front end conversion. I finally got some more parts in that I was waiting for a while. I have a set of brake lines here that came in from, I believe it was Texas. It took a month to go from Texas to Chicago for whatever reason, and then it took literally 3 or 4 days to go from Chicago to Toronto. So we do have our brake lines. I did open the bag, but I still have them packaged. I have not, so there we go. We got a set of Venhill carbon braided brake kit from them. And here's another piece of the kit. This is probably the kit that if you want to do the hop over. So I can do it either two ways. I could just do 2 lines down, or I can do the hop over method. Which is how the FZ6R is stocked. So Venhill USA is the website. I'll put the website there. This is a custom kit. This is not a just buy this thing and it'll bolt right up to your bike. It is a custom kit. Okay, so that's the first package. Second little package that came in, we have this little Woodcraft universal reservoir mount bracket. Hopefully I can get this on the bike now. This is my R6 front master, and the problem was, like, this fits the bike no problem, but the problem is that the way the brake reservoir is right now, I would have had to mount it below the master cylinder, and that you can't do. So I needed to come up with a way to somehow take this and mount it onto the FZ6R bars. So my thinking is to kind of mount the reservoir like this, put this on the bars, maybe shorten this hose if I have to, and then we will essentially have a full R6 front end, including all the brake components and everything. So I'm going to open these up. I'm going to take them over to the bike. We're going to start doing some test fitting, and yeah, hopefully we can get it done, get it knocked out. Let's start by kind of opening up the lines here. I mean, they've been wrapped in a circle for probably a month to a month and a half, so we're going to need to start kind of unkinking them. Yeah, pretty much what I expected. They're kind of formed that way, so we're going to have to straighten them out, obviously. So we might have to give that some time. And let me get the other one opened up here. Alright, there we go. So essentially we're going to have a separate line for each brake caliper. One I ordered a little bit longer than the other as per Venhill's recommendations. One is a 35-inch and one is a 37-inch, and you can see the difference in the lines there. But yeah, these are going to look really, really sweet on the bike, guys, and it should actually improve the front brake feel as well. Actually, I was just thinking that other line I have is actually probably the rear brake line, because I don't think I ordered the hop over conversion. I think I ordered the rear brake line as well. So the plan is to get full stainless steel braided lines on the FZ6R. So let me get those straightened out, and then we'll start putting them on the bike. What I've done, I've just kind of attached the banjo fittings to the hoses. These hoses do not come with the banjo fittings. They're fitted. They thread in. You kind of tighten them down. So I have attached the banjo bolts to the hoses. I have the hoses attached with all the new washers, the copper washers, crush washers. I have those all attached. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna try. So here's my old one. It's just kind of floating here right now. We're just gonna mount this up. We're gonna get an idea of kind of how things are gonna fit, and if I have to rerun the hoses or reroute the hoses, because this is a custom thing, guys. No one has really done this, or there's really isn't any instruction. This is kind of trial and error, especially on this bike, because as I mentioned, it is not a bolt-up kit. It is custom measured. Hopefully I did the measurements right, and we're going to find out very shortly. So we're just going to yeah, looks okay. I have there is an arrow that points up. Obviously there's a certain way to put this little thing on. So we're going to bolt in this front master. We're not even going to, this won't even be the final location. This is just kind of a test fit, like I was saying. I can see the brake lines are already kind of hitting or fetching up on the tree, but that's okay. I'm sure we can find a way around it, guys. It's not a big deal. It's just the way the cables route. There's always a way. Like, I never give up. There's always a way to get something done. There's always a way to do something, or a way to MacGyver something. Okay, we're just going to snug that up. Okay, there we go. So our front reservoir and master cylinder is on. Here's our brake line. So now I'm going to try to run these down to the calipers and get an idea, see if the length is correct or if my measurements are way off base. So the mock fitting is going pretty good so far. I've just mock fit, like I still have my old FZ6R master connected here. I haven't disconnected any of the brake lines yet, so I'm still fitting. But I do have the R6 front master here. I do have the lines attached to it. Now, in order for this to work, I need this riser piece to mount to the brake reservoir. Now, in order to do that, unfortunately, this piece has to slide on over the bars. So the first thing I had to do, I literally had to remove my risers and everything, and my plan is to just kind of slide this off without really unbolting too much of it. Just like that, just like that. So we're not going to send that too far. We're going to slide this piece on. This is a 22mm piece. So we're going to get that on the bar. This I can take on and off the bar. It's very easy. This I can spin around. Hopefully it's in the right spot. So let's just slide this back on again. Okay, well, that should be easy to slide on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit of work, guys, to just put this little piece on the bars, but I have no other way to mount that brake reservoir. So that's going to sit over here somewhere. The plan is to mount the reservoir here, so it's higher than the master, and just kind of I'll redo the hose to somehow make it fit onto the master. So there's no other way right now. This is the way. Now I might actually move this on the other side of this piece in the final location. Alright, so I've rigged up something here that looks like it's going to be functional. I took this off. I took everything off here. I slid this piece all the way inside here, but I could also move it over to here if need be, just by unbolting the R6 master brake assembly here. So we're going to try that location. So the only thing left to do now is essentially, you can see I have the hose on there, and from looking from this angle you can see maybe it's a little bit too long. So what we may have to do is trim the hose down somewhere broke to that length, I would say. Trim the hose down, and then we might actually have something functional here, guys. Worst case, I find another piece of tubing or something, but this bend is a hard bend. It's not soft, so it's not that flexible. So I mean, we can move this back, we can put this up. It's not going to quite line up perfectly, but I think it's workable. I think it's manageable. Let me get that tidied up, and hopefully we can get something on the go here. Guys, I had to cut this hose back. I'd say this is the standard R6 hose that was from the 05 R6. Obviously the hose was too long, so I cut about 2 inches off the hose. I have my little reservoir bracket here, and you can see I can turn it a little bit, I can raise it a little bit, but I don't want to put too much pressure on the fitting here on the R6 master cylinder. So we do have something workable. This is very, very close, and it's close enough to probably bolt up and kind of get it finalized. I think we got our reservoir here. It's above the master, which is all that really matters because it is gravity fed. All the other little fittings and stuff I can move around at a later date, but everything's kind of in place, and everything kind of, it looks like we're going to line up here. Levers on. I've retightened all my throttle tube and all this stuff, so we're one step closer, guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to button this all up, and we're going to have some R6 complete front brake setup. Check it out, guys. So I have everything finalized here, and I have taken the bike for a couple trips. I was on the bike for a couple hours the other day. The one little thing I have to just do is get a special bolt, just a specific size, to go through here and hold the reservoir on to this bracket from Woodcraft. You can see all I've done is just taken a couple small black tie wraps right now, and I've secured the reservoir. I have completely bled the front brakes on the bike. And right now, this hose might be a little long. Venhill instructed me to kind of have one hose 2 inches longer than the other. For this specific purpose, I probably would have been better off staying with similar length hoses. But again, that's something I could fix in the future. Not a big deal. And what we did down here, they gave me 20-degree banjo fittings. And with the 20-degree banjo fittings, I was not able to get the brake lines into the R6 brake line holders. So what I did, I went back to Venhill. I got some 45-degree fittings, and with the 45-degree fittings, you can actually get the brake lines into the proper R6 holders. I'll show you the other side here as well. So again, same thing. This is a 45-degree fitting up into the standard R6 brake holder. These are from 2008, by the way, guys. They are a little different than the 05. And then they have the lines going up through the center of the bike. This is where the old R6 lines used to attach as well, in the center. And then we continue up, and then we take them into the front brake master cylinder. There is a specific way to put these lines in. You have to follow all the instructions that Venhill gives you. They are very specific, especially when you have like this very top line here. You can see it's got a bend in it. This fitting must be on top of the other fitting. The instructions are very specific. If you're looking for the part numbers for these R6 brake line holders, this is the part number for the right, 13S-25887-00. And for the left, the part number is 2C025886-00. So that's for these brake line holders here from a 2008. The 2005 did not fit. Well, it's different. It's just, it doesn't let you get the brake lines in the right spot. So yeah, so there we go, guys. There's a quick update on the FZ6R/R6 front end conversion. It is fully functional at the moment. Just to need a little bit of tidying up. I I don't really like the way these lines are kind of, it's like it's a little bit too long, this line, and hopefully I can fix that in the future. But, you know, I did want to get this video out to you guys. I did lose some video footage. I had a hard drive crash, so I recovered what I can. And, yeah. So stay tuned, guys. There's more stuff coming for the conversion. Weather is getting colder here in Canada. Maybe not as much riding time left in the season as we are approaching into November almost. But, yeah, like and subscribe, guys. Feel free to leave a comment, ask a question. And, yeah. Ride safe, guys, if you're out there. I won't be out there too much longer because winter is coming.